So it's been about 9 months since I filmed a video. It's been a really long time. No, I tell a lie. The last time that I filmed a video was on Christmas Day. After I watched the Michael McIntyre Midnight Game Show on the Christmas special, I went and I filmed a review of it. However, it never got released or anything because I wasn't happy with it. I just didn't like it. But anyway, I'm back now. And it's been about 9 months since I actually uploaded something, so here we go. I'm going to be doing a review of one of my friend Evie's fanfictions called Strictly Mysterious. It's been a long time since I filmed a review of a book, etc. Mainly because of the fact that Evie took a short hiatus from writing fanfiction and from writing in general. Then went on to write a fictional story, and then went on to come back to writing fanfiction. And I, for one, am very glad she did. But anyway, I'm going to talk about what I thought of this book, what it's about, and that kind of thing. And obviously, if you don't want spoilers, don't watch. But anyway, here we go. So basically, Strictly Mysterious is a book about mainly focusing on Katia Jones and Luba Mushtuk. So it begins with them all at the Strictly Professionals Tour photo shoot, so they're all doing the photo shoot for the professional pictures, and it comes to their attention that Katia hasn't turned up, and the thing is that nobody has heard from her since February, so it's all really strange, and everybody's just really confused. Oh my god, I'm so awkward, I'm so sorry. Anyway, yeah. So Luba, Neil Jones and Nadia Bishkova all decide to search for her, try and search for information that could lead them closer to finding her. And the story is a mixture of flashback chapters, so to 2019, beginning of 2020, and the rest is set in what we call the present day, so March and April 2020. It's also important to note that this is set in a time where there is no coronavirus affecting the world. Just take it like it was a normal year with no virus. So Nadia, Neil and Luba decide to start searching for her, but it's obvious from the get-go that Luba is really cut up about it. She's incredibly emotional and she's obviously having a really hard time mentally. And through the mixture of flashback chapters and everything, we come to find out that Katia and Luba, during the 2019 series of Strictly, were in a relationship with one another, secretly, because they didn't want the press to know, and they didn't want even their families to know, because they're two women brought up in Russian culture, and the Russian culture isn't particularly LGBT accepting at times. Their families are both very homophobic. They completely disagree with anybody who's gay, bisexual, etc. But anyway, so they fall in love and they develop a relationship, but they keep it secret from everybody, including their closest friends, because they are scared of coming out to everybody. Katia is having a really hard time with the public being horrible on her social media, hounding her with death threats and nasty comments about what happened with Sean Walsh especially. Everybody seems to have it out for her, and she's having a really hard time at the beginning. She's feeling really, really low mentally. There's a particular scene in the story where Luba asks Katia to go to a rehearsal room and just dance from the heart, without anybody but Luba watching her, just dance whatever she feels like. And there's this beautiful scene where she just dances and she's so free and light and she just looks happy. And then when she turns her phone back on at the end, she sees one nasty comment and that entire bubble of happiness just bursts, and she's back to feeling low about herself and hating herself again, which is incredibly sad but very realistic, because social media can be incredibly harmful to and detrimental to the mental health of people, and nasty comments really can affect people. It takes just one nasty comment to make people feel bad about themselves. But anyway, and then the next day, or it's either be later that day or the day after, Luba and Katia go to the rehearsal room again, and Luba says that Katia should dance again and not look at her phone until she gets home. But anyway, they dance together, and they dance the Argentine tango together, although they have some reservations because they were both brought up in homophobic households. And they end up kissing at the end of it, and Katia runs away because she's pretty scared. And after they talk, they realise that they do have feelings for one another. They're just scared of what other people could think of it, because, especially Katia. And then they build up a relationship, they fall in love, etc. But things will begin to go a little bit wrong when Katia expresses a desire to tell her family and closest friends about their relationship. Luba, however, doesn't want to, because she's so scared of what her parents will think and so scared about what other people will think. She just doesn't want to go public to anybody. She wants to keep it entirely confidential. And anyway, they end up, the night after the tour ends, they end up having a massive fight with one another about the whole thing. And Luba ends the argument by telling Katia to move out the flat that they have and to move back into her own flat. During the Strictly season, Katia moved in with Luba to her flat so that they could spend more time together during the season, and yeah. But anyway, it ended with her leaving the house, and Luba bitterly regretted it the second that she walked out, but the damage was done. What actually happened to Katia turns out to be that she ended up going back to Russia to tell her family about her and Luba, and the fact that she also likes girls, and her parents end up cancelling her flight home and confiscating her phone, and in the end they lock her in the basement so that she can't escape and nobody else can see her and call for help, etc., and see that anything's suspicious. In the end she manages to escape, but they end up putting her in the trunk of their car and driving their car about 15 minutes away from their house so that nobody would work out that it was theirs. In the end, Luba and Neil end up going to Russia to try and find them. They go to to Katia's family house, and they notice that, well, Luba notices anyway, that the basement is so clean, it's so bleached and so unnaturally clean that they notice that something's up, and in the end they find her in the back of the car. It does end happily though, with Katia giving her mother the choice to either accept her for who she is or to not be in her future, and Katia and Luba end up together, which I was incredibly happy about. But anyway, I was incredibly happy about the ending. For a while I did think, oh god, this is going to end sadly. They're going to find Katia dead. It's going to be really sad. My heart's going to be broken, etc. And I'm a sucker for happy endings. I just love happy endings. I think I've only written one story that had an unhappy ending, and I hated myself for it. But anyway, so I was really, really happy. One thing I will say though, which I absolutely love, when authors can make me do this, I love it. I could not predict what was going to happen. My predictions changed so much from the start to the end. It was unbelievable. I remember as well, Evie also wrote a fictional story a few months ago, and I remember she didn't actually finish writing it, but she told me the plot line about 4 months later, and I remember when I heard it, I was like, what the fuck, I would never have seen that coming. it's like, I love it when books can make me like jump out of my seat and go, what the fuck, I never saw that coming. I love that, I just love it. And anyway, I just couldn't guess what was going to happen from start to finish, and I loved that. It was very mysterious, as said in the title. I was just excited for what was going to happen then. There were a couple of cliffhangers that nearly killed me, but I also, like I said, I love cliffhangers. But yeah, it was great, and I really, really enjoyed it. And the development of the writing style as well has been, I mean, the last time I did a book review properly, I did one for Holding On To You, I remember that, which was another one shot. But before that, the last one that I did was like Chasing Stars in like June 2019 or something, and the development of the writing style since then has been insane. It's just so lovely to see. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and wow, I was so shocked by certain aspects, but it wasn't, much as I was shocked, it wasn't like I was shocked, it wasn't so far out that it couldn't be realistic. It was all incredibly realistic, but it was just, I just didn't see any of it coming, and it was just like, whoa, I did not see that, which I love. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and yeah, I just loved it, and it was great to read it, and I'm really looking forward to the next strictly related book from you, Evie. I'm also really looking forward to reading your WWE one as well. Even though I might not know much about WWE, I'm really looking forward to learning more about it, and getting to know things a bit better and reading something that I wouldn't normally read. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. So yeah, that's all from me. I'm sorry I've been incredibly awkward this entire time. I'm really, really strange being back on video. But yeah, thank you for writing this. It was amazing. I loved the ride, I loved reading it, and I will definitely reread it. And I'm looking forward to doing another review at some point. I'll probably do one of the WWE story, and obviously I'll give the feedback chapter by chapter, as I love doing that. And yeah, but anyway, amazing, thank you for writing, and yeah, I'm so awkward, I'm so sorry. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go now. Thank you very much for watching, hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon with another video. Hopefully, if I can remember, I will do another one soon. Bye. And I'd also like to apologise for the bad lighting, and apologise for the fan, it's boiling hot here. Anyway, bye.